Yeah, I mean, like, so, I mean, it's crazy. I remember, like, you know what I'm saying? I was, like, playing with my friends in the class or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I was playing with them or whatever, whatnot. Yeah, that's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that was right after class, so, you know what I'm saying? But then we, like, just, like, start doing, like, legacy and all that. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so my teacher said she ran out of patches for like, legacy or whatever. But she said she had to order some more. But that's cool with me. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so yeah. That was like, let's go read up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? When she like asked me, then I wanted to like, join legacy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, like, you could have given me that opportunity like years ago, you know what I'm saying? But you just waited until this year. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's water under the bridge. You know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm just doing my thing or whatever. Or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was like, you know, I was playing with my friends in the class or whatever, whatnot. But it was like right after, like, the class or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we just did our thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was cool. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so nobody didn't get hurt or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. And I did, like, read every page of that, like, in that binder. Oh, yes. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? I did all that the other day or whatever. Yeah, because, like, yeah, I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just reading or whatever. Studying and all that. You know what I'm saying? Right up. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm gonna, like, mostly just come on doing that or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, so yeah. I mean, like, that was, like, my first time, like, actually taking, like, the time to, like, do Legacy as a, like, what I'm saying, member of Legacy, even further. Because, like, I did take some of those classes when I was, only a member and leadership. You know what I'm saying? For real though, so, it's cool. You know what I mean? I mean, like, shoot. I mean, if I could do both, I'd do both. I'd do leadership and legacy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And no thing, we mean, for real though. I mean, like, shoot. This was it. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, like, just something just like, dang it or whatever. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, shoot. ACL, like, past I move for real though. Like when it's like, what I'm saying, about the class about the store, when pass is ever, you know what I'm saying, move them hands and all that, like, you know what I'm saying, just like, make hurry up, put the flags up, hurry up, like, you know what I'm saying, get the, like, stuff, like, all on the table, you know what I'm saying, for real though. The dots on the floor and all that, you know what I'm saying, because, like, that's what I do, you know what I'm saying, like, hurry up, like, take care of business or whatever. Then we broke borders, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get in the middle of our class or whatever, whatnot. And I broke a lot of them, you feel me? I broke most of them, you feel me? I broke all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the boys didn't even have a chance. You know what I'm saying? I did that one inch punch, like, you know what I mean? And if you don't know what that's, like, about, then you can, like, look at Bruce Lee and see how he did it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, although he didn't, like, put some word, that's that, but he demonstrated that one inch punch, like, another individual, though. You know what I mean? For real, though. I mean, like, for real. I'm telling you, like, that is powerful. It's powerful for real. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, yeah, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, glad that didn't work out because, like, yeah, the boys was breaking and all that, so it was cool. It was kind of cool. That's saying she said, like, speed breaking. That's what we was doing. Like, doing that. But I remember, like, you know, last year, I did, like, you know, years I did that. Or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's not nothing new. You know what I mean? For real, though. Anyway, so, yeah, it was kind of cool. It's kind of cool as ever. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we was, like, you know, playing, like, you know, game or something. Like, you know, competing against each other and see who gonna break the most boards, and I broke all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just saying. I'm just like, you know, did it or whatever. For real, it was like really something or whatever. You know what I mean? And I still got that, like, you know what I'm saying? Still got them skills or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, so yeah, I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Although it wasn't no price to win or whatever, but it was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was still fun because, like, it gave me something to do, you know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, like, so it's like, you know, there's always gonna be something, like, you know, up in class or whatever, or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, just telling you, it's gonna be something else or whatever. I mean, anyway, so, yeah, I mean, like, I'm always, like, have fun in class, you know what I'm saying? I'm always doing that, you know what I mean? For real though. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, like, we actually, like, you know, don't use dots in our classes. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the, like, you know, beginner classes. You know what I'm saying? For real though. And it's like, you know, 3 beginner classes or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just little ones. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, for real though. I mean, I'm telling you. It's just like that or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We learned that something, you know what I mean? I don't know, so I'm just up there just like, so yeah, I mean, like, we used to, like, you know, have, like, you know, other classes, all classes separated or whatever, whatnot. Used to be just like, you know what I'm saying, a class for, like, you know what I'm saying, the color belts and, like, you know what I'm saying, just like had, like, you know, 2 classes for the color belts and 1 for the black belt class or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But, like, my teacher decided to cut that into, like, you know, just 2 classes or whatever, whatnot. So it's just like, you know, 1 class for the beginners, you know what I'm saying? And then the other classes for, like, you know, the, like, advanced class, you know what I'm saying? But it's messed up with the, like, color belts and, like, you know what I'm saying, the black belts or whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? So, it was cool. It was cool. I like that dude. You know what I'm saying? For real though. Anyway, I'm just like, you know, glad that I'm, like, you know, still having on and all that stuff. And yes, I'm glad I'm still happy that, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm just like, you know, I still remember, like, you know, how to do the self-defense moves and, like, you know, how to, like, you know, teach it to the, like, you know, children or teach it to anybody that I could teach it to. You feel me? For real. So, yeah, that's what I'm glad that I remember that. And especially I'm glad that I remember all my poems. You know what I'm saying? And I just, like, you know, actually, like, learn some more moves on my, like, 2nd degree poem. Now I'm gonna, like, you know, go ahead and, like, you know, do my, like, midterms or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like, see how I go or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I have to, like, you know, do balance, like, you know, a balance thing or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, it's really something or whatever, whatnot. But it's cool, it's okay, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, so I'm gonna get this down. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm just gonna, like, you know, do my thing or whatever. Break all the boards and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? For real though. I mean, like, yeah. So I got, like, you know, get close to, like, doing my thing or whatever. So I could like, um, get prepared for like, my next test or whatever. You know what I mean? After 2 years pass, you leave. But anyway, like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Hit the bell on notifications so you see my next upload and my next post. And to make sure I make another one tomorrow. And oh yeah, you can check out my previous videos if you like it. So long, farewell, goodbye.